You know what? I'm a little bit sad that they didn't go for Brax's Holdout and Sylvanas. I would have loved to see that, to be honest.
Back to an old classic, I agree. That'd be cool.
I mean, against Wukong Gaming, they would have done it, but BTG is a little bit of a different caliber. I'm just going to reload my stream because I had a little lag. So
as did I. So
interesting.
Little refresh.
Currently sitting at 7. Bouncing between 7 and 8.
Loading now. No, you're not having a refresh in a bit once it's calmed down.
Okay, sure, no problem. In the meantime, I'm just going to keep on talking. 7-1, Tetra named it. This is a home turf for CE, and they have many a turf. They can go to Axis Holdout. Okay. They can field you into Towers of Doom. They have a huge variety of maps where they can thrive on.
I am at 7. There we go.
Nice.
So, as we head into the next game, Genji being hovered over as the ban. Once again, a little bit of fear of that Genji.
Alright, so the Genji is still too scary of a hero to let go through. Not sure if I necessarily agree like all the time. I mean, it's not like he's guaranteeing your team an auto win, but maybe if you have a lot of respect of players like Paradise or Zuyu, who could play him as well, I mean, it's okay.
Okay is, yeah, a fair term. He has been impressive every time we have seen him so far. It's going to be TAS, though, as the ban.
Yeah, I mean, if your first pick, like BTG is in this case, you could actually play some mind games with your opponents. Even if you're not planning on picking Genji, you may actually wake the impression of, you know, going for him anyway, and then forcing a ban of the second picking team. So let's see if C is falling for a potential bait, or if they're legitimately concerned of a Genji.
Indeed. Are their fears justified? Let's see. They're taking a very long time with this ban, actually. We don't know enough about BTG to know if this is a very analytical standpoint, or whether this is just a over-analysis or just over-cautious.
Yeah, it could be either. Maybe they're debating whether they want to play Genji themselves or not. I mean, if your team doesn't have a dedicated Genji player, you should not pick him just because he's that good at the moment. You still need to have someone.
It's Genji.
There we go. It must be Genji now. Let's go.
So now a BTG.
Gengu.
Yeah, there it is. Nicely done.
You know what? I'm actually happy that Genji was picked here because we can finally say if all those bans prior were justified or not.
Yes, agreed. Let us find out. So, C, what do you got? You're against a Genji, you need some CC. What you're bringing for us here?
They need to have crowd control now. They need to shut down the Genji. They go for a very safe opening. I mean, having a Dahaka is always nice on Sky Temple due to the fact that the map is so large.
I think you can end, just quickly, I think you can end that that line of thought one sentence earlier and have it be quite viable. It's pretty good to have Dahaka.
True. True.
just end it there.
Very true. Very true. So what do you do against the Dahaka? You could go for a Malthael, potentially. Has worked like a charm today. I mean, Paradise last game was just tearing it up. And even players before him were giving a good show. However, you can still go for the likes of Uther. I mean, Uther still oh, he's banned, never mind.
Yeah. Jumping up in priority. Due to his increased healing numbers. Even though Grubby did the maths, it seems to be technically a nerf, but players like it.
Rhaegar and Arthas. I like that. So, Tetra, I know you still have that infamous list of things you have yet to see in HGC China. Is Syndragosa part of it?
No, we've seen it.
You've seen it?
We've seen it. So, Syndragosa is not on there. So there's nothing currently in this game that we have not seen.
Nice. Very true.
So it's a good start.
So let's see what CE is going to respond with. Once again, they banned the Malthael. That also indicates that they were not planning on picking them themselves, because they would have been first pick after the second ban phase. Heated discussion, or heated topic, by the way, right now in the Heroes of the Storm Pro scene. Is the game yet ready for a third ban? What is your take on that?
I wouldn't mind a third ban. I think it would definitely make everything more exciting, just in terms of the different pick ratios.
Yeah.
Different picks that we have.
It could certainly also stir up the meta. It could make other heroes, you know, rise in popularity and priority. So, I was for a long time a non-believer of a third ban. I was like, the hero numbers aren't just there. We need more. We need a bigger hero roster in general. But I think right now, it might be time. It might be the right time to introduce it. Maybe 2018. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if HGC 2018 would introduce a third ban.
I would agree with that potential sentiment. So, Muradin and Malfurion coming in. Once again, a lot more lockdown. Not the easiest to land onto Genji, but still good.
And you know what? As a support main myself, I am extremely thrilled to see what CE's Luful is going to, you know, provide us with on that Malfurion. I cannot recall him play that hero. He probably played it at some point, but I can't remember when that happened, so I don't remember the talent build, I don't remember the playstyle, and I'm just very, very excited because Luful likes to switch things up every now and then.
Yes, he does. Very flexible player, very innovative with his supports. Just in fact, like we said before, he's the only one to have the only one to do the Insight Karazim well, I would say, or
yeah.
really at all.
So well to the point that I would actually copy it in Hero League and get away with it.
Yeah. I mean, when a build a pro player does can help us win, then you know it's good.
Then you know it's good. When the plebs can use it, it is officially confirmed and approved. So, Illidan coming in. No more Arthas available because it was locked in earlier for them themselves. But there is a guy called Muradin, and Muradin, for the longest time, was actually a higher priority when it came to countering Illidan than Arthas, because of the attack speed slow and the lockdown and just the overall mobility to jump to the backline. What could they finalize their composition with, Tetcher? What would you like to see? Well, oh my, what?
That's not what I was going to say, but I'm down with it.
Okay, I'm super down for it. The married couple, Tyrande and Malfurion, are going to say, you know, hello to Illidan, who's kind of like, you know, in Germany we would say the fifth wheel in the cart, because you don't really need that. So
we have the third wheel.
The third wheel, there we go.
Only we just say, well, I feel like a third wheel.
There we go.
Same phrase, different ways of saying it. I like it. That's cool.
Yeah,
language is cool. Either way, guys, we are loading in the Tyrande coming in. Is it going to be enough? Is it going to be exactly what they need? Or are we going to have another 1-1? Let's find out in a couple seconds.
Yeah, what?
I don't have the camera. Ah! Come on.
BTG fans in the house. Let's go.
It is not understanding the handwriting. Oh well.
I kind of thought so. The technology isn't yet there.
It was worth a try. Technology's not there yet. Oh dear.
So, Tetcher, what we're going to see here with that Tyrande? Are we going to see a standard Shadowstock build, which many pro players like to use in Hero League these days? Or are we going to see something entirely different? And who's Luful going to play?
Almost certainly the Shadowstalk builds, and I'm trying to remember the rest of the team.
Yeah, Shadowstock build, of course.
I don't think a Luful will be playing that. I think there's another support, right? I'm not imagining.
Yeah, Malfurion
there, right?
and Tyrande.
So yeah, I think he'll be playing Malfurion.
Here we go. There we go. So probably going to go for a Lunar Blaze build, stacking it up to deal more damage. At the end, of course, then unleashing those relentless auto attacks that Tyrande is known for these days. Can it work against an Illidan? We're gonna find out in a bit, guys. Game 2 between CE and BTG. Let's go. Once more, these two teams are going to enter the arena in the Sky Temple, and once more BTG is trying to do the impossible. We have A on that Genji, 619 on Arthas, Fish on Illidan, MJ on Rhaegar, and ST on the Tychus.
Let's see on the Titus indeed. On the right-hand side, it's going to be CE with a Luful on Malfurion, Wind on Muradin, KTY on Raymain, Paradise on Dahaka, and Zuyu on the Tyrande. And that has made me infinitely more excited. We're seeing a stun build, a Lunar Flare, not going for the Owl build.
Yeah, the Lunar Flare is actually the one I would prefer myself as well. I mean, the Owl build was buffed in the past, but still I think it's not quite there yet. And especially when you have heroes like Malfurion or Dahaka providing relatively strong crowd control, Murden of course to mention there as well, you can really follow up very nicely. I mean, there is the expression Murande that I think Gilly and Dread invented for a reason, and they blow those suckers up. Arthur's falling super fast. You would even forget that he was a warrior for a minute, but they retaliate and kill Malfurion.
And Paradise burrowing to try and stay alive.
Oh.
Good focus. Tries to drag. Puts Tychus in danger. But so far, it's a
Genji?
2 for 1, 2 for 3 for 1, 3 for 2. Too many kills. Wind comes in again. Trying to bait in. Illidan is baited by Wind. Zuyu's in danger from Tychus. Ladies and gentlemen, and 1 minute is... now, and we have 4 kills to 3 in favor of CE.
7 kills in a minute. They're going rapid fire mode in here. BTG against CE. What a display. I mean, only in China, baby.
Oh, it's the best. This is the best region. Either way, well, what a start coming in here. See, I don't know I wonder how many stacks Tyrande got. I wasn't looking at the talent thing when they brought it up.
And I'm gonna call out Ripnotize in the Twitch chat for inventing a beautiful new term we have to get established. It is a China Fiesta.
A China Fiesta. I'm down with it. We need to find out what the Chinese term for party is, or celebration, and call it that.
Yeah, exactly. So someone that speaks Mandarin or has a Chinese girlfriend, boyfriend,
or has access to Google.
Or Google. Just look it up. What does celebration party mean? And we're gonna give it a try here. But these teams are not done just yet. Zuyu once again getting tackled. Yeah.
If they can find the Chinese word for rave or just anything that's chaotic, I would be up for that. So we could call it the
like
China
mayhem
chaos.
or chaos. Exactly.
That'd be great. Be super down for that. So. But now, as we are now 2 minutes in, still with 7 kills, Illidan comes back in, trying to fish KTY. KTY disengage!
He goes over the wall!
But Illidan is still over the wall, uses the dive, and he's able to keep himself safe, but they're still fighting! The Owl comes back in, Fish, moving on to a Luful. Genji's on the back line now.
This is a pro Gengu!
Luful moves into range of Tychus, but now Tychus is too close to the wall, takes so much damage. Paradise has to burrow again. Will he survive this time? No, the body blocks are too good. And Paradise goes down, 6 kills to 5.
3 minutes in, 11 kills on the board. That is very, very cool to see indeed. And this is Brawl Mania right there. People are not playing for map objectives here. China, all they care about is straight up fist fighting in the middle of the lane here. So far, there's 1 temple still to go. And can you imagine the top temple is normally considered to be the stronger one, the more important one, because of the mercenary camp and the ensuing push. But those teams just don't give a damn.
I think the situation of, I think they give a damn, it's a situation of, oh, the enemy team is nearer, so therefore we're going for it. And it's working so far for both teams as the chaos continues. Right now, BTG with the slight XP lead, good drag by Genji.
Yeah, the Tongue of Death here, hitting hard on that Genji, going a little bit too brave, too deep here. There was an article on Team Liquid a few months ago, written by Mid-Seasons, shout out to Mid-Seasons by the way, and he tackled something very interesting about China, and he was saying that certain China teams have a rivalry, or they have sort of, you know, a friendly beef going on between them. And the best way to solve this matter is normally just by beating the ish out of themselves in a big HGC stage game. So maybe, you know, there was a little bit of history between the two, and maybe they just want to settle the score once and for all. Really cool to see that in China.
Maybe. I mean, it seems to be working so far. That's a Wizard Duelist coming in for Greymane. 8 stacks already for Tyrande on her Lunar Flare.
I mean, you have to admire his bravery here. If you go for Wizard Duelist in a game like that with 12 kills after 5 minutes, kudos.
kudos indeed. As we see BTG pushing in the bot lane. As Wind comes in, they find Tychus. He's the perfect target. Good cleanse. Here's the Haka. Still looking for Tychus, but they find Arthas. Not the best target. Good route. Draw follow-up stun. But the Brilliant's not enough. Greymane picks up the kill, and Genji dashes out.
Greymane with the body slam, finishing off the Arthas, whose armor, by the way, was negated. The Icebound Fortitude having no value here in terms of armor because of that Hunter's Mark from Tyrande. Only the cooldown duration was lowered, so that is kind of cool to see how the anti-armor effects come into play here. We apologize for those occasional freezes here, by the way, guys, because we have to cast from a clean feed. We're not there live in person yet, so if the Chinese signal is kind of lagging and freezing, then there's nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. But so far, Playday 1 and today have been kind of smooth, so we shouldn't really be too upset about an occasional freeze.
Yeah, but it's getting a little rough. Hopefully
a little
that
bit
will
rough,
stabilize as quick as possible. Remember, they are in a mall. They don't have full control over the internet. As a big old focus onto Tychus, but he's able to dash out.
It almost seems to me that MJ here on the Rhaegar has to use his cleanse whenever it's off cooldown. Like, there's so much crowd control on the side of CE to constantly lock them down. Shadowstalk, okay. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Twilight Dream, Isolation, go for the Throat, and Avatar.
There we go. That's a lot of lockdown. Once again, even more kill potential now with the Twilight Dream as well. Long time no see. It feels so unreal to see Malfurion kind of disappear when he was part of the meta for such a long time.
Very true. And there is a lovely route coming down, trying to prevent this push. Once again, Fish putting pressure on, this time with Arthas. No Syndragosa for Arthas. Metamorphosis, Ancestral Healing, Draken Laser Drill coming in. Alright.
And you know what? I like that. I really do like that, because now Tychus can use his minigun a little bit more against the Murden. But hold on! A massive silence coming in from Alufo.
Metamorphosis dodging it though, and Alufo gets focused down. Fish is just picking it up right now, and he gets Paradise 2. 8 kills to 7 in favor of BTG. The bottom shots though, mostly taken by CE, but they rotated top, so Tychus was able to steal the last 5.
Yeah, really cool to see this rotation coming in from beyond the game here, because they realized, hey, there's nothing we can do about that bottom temple, so let's just force the issue on that top lane and maybe get a kill or two, and that's exactly what they did. So that's the reason why they're actually slightly ahead in terms of experience, despite losing more structures. So really nice game plan coming into fruition here on the side of BTG. And once again, that laser, so huge, because Tychus can now use the bigger they are, on the minigun on Murden, while the laser still applies a lot of pressure on squishy targets like Tyrande or Malfurion. I like it.
See the rotations into mid lane, or into the mid jungle. Looking for the opportunity to try and fight over the not fight over the boss, but try and scout it, and also see if they can pick up a cheeky kill on anyone who's out of position. But Greymane, much too safe in his positioning for the moment. Yeah,
there we go. That is perfectly true. So, what can we expect now from CE? Can they come back? 13 is around the corner for both teams. Tyrande needs to get out of there. She tried to go for a cheeky flank, but she might pay with her life. No, she gets out in time, and Daka with a massive flank from behind.
The Dahaka flag is good. Wind pulling back. Paradise good. Burrows keeping himself alive again. But once again, it's just delaying the inevitable here as Fish keeps going relentlessly. Drops a Twilight Dream just to make sure that Tyrande gets out. Yeah, saving his waifu. Very important on the side of Malfurion here. Dying a noble death. And keep in mind, level 13 would have helped them so much in that situation. I'm not sure why CE let themselves engaged upon on the ice block. If that had been there, Alufo could have maybe survived as well, turned this fight around. But as it is, BTG taking a swinging commanding lead here. Yeah, they're looking good. This fort already wounded. The boss will be able to kill this off, and there's even shots to assist that boss in moving forward if they want to. Looks like they want to push with it though. Ronda rooted. Taking damage. Greymane is trying to just kill Rhaegar in the backline. as a distraction. Fish getting rooted and killed before the Ancestral. That's huge for CE as they begin moving forward. The boss is ignored, but the Tornado has stopped Zuyu from helping his team here as ST is now trying to escape. The Ancestral finally landing as it came back off the 10th cooldown. It got from the cancel. Here comes the Owl coming through as they try to take down Tigers. The drag is there, and that's another kill for CE as Tilranda is killing off the boss.
Yeah, keep in mind though that for the most part this was a 4 versus 5. Genji refused to participate. He was a real scumbag up there, but at least he got a little bit of value done himself. A fully channeled top temple, unless Malfurion is going to try and disturb him. No, he's just getting the vision tower in the middle of the map. So it was not, you know, that BTG didn't get anything out of that. They actually did a fair amount of damage onto that top lane. They're still ahead in XP, so unless they, you know, repeat this kind of unlucky team fighting, then they're good. Raymond, though, getting a lot of stacks. That's actually kind of true. Like, the Wizened Duelist is stacking up more and more.
Yes, it is. He's getting many, many stacks. Tyrande also reducing the damage output of the enemies with the harsh moonlight at level 13. I'm down.
That's a very good point, because keep in mind, with the way Tyrande Owl works now, it actually pierces through a lot of enemy heroes if you hit them consistently. And if you now hit many enemy heroes with one single Owl, you can really just cripple the damage output by the likes of Illidan or Genji by a large margin, which is going to be very, very important. Even on Arthas, like, if you lower his damage for a significant amount of time, Arthas is actually a very dangerous warrior to get rid of. So, I don't really hate it. I like the I like the talent quite a bit.
As do I. There's very few talents that actually reduce damage.
True.
Like Shrink Ray. What's Tastar's one called? 'Cause he has a specific.
It is the. I know what you're talking about. Ah, damn it! I used to. I picked that talent a lot. Let me just.
Nullification.
Nullification. There we go. Good point.
And then of course we have Garrosh level 20 and stuff like that. And of course demoralizing shouts and all the specific ones for just auto attack.
Morales is going to get one. She's going to get a grenade talent. Everyone hit by the grenade deals 25% less damage.
Which is awesome. She already had a... Does she still have her attack speed slow?
Nope, she's going to lose that.
Okay, that's fair enough. That was... Shame, I like that one. We're seeing Malfurion getting focused here. He's alone again. He gets the Twilight Dream onto Illidan, the immediate focus, and he is removed. But Genji is getting the worm. And Sessions land! That's huge! The CE turn it round, moving on to 619, focusing him down, but he's so tanky with Malfurion already down. KTY gets rooted. He tried to be sneaky and gets killed. 2 for 2. That was so good for CE, but KTY, the ambitious play, not working out for him.
Go for it, Techer. Why, oh why, KTY? I know you were trying to do it. I know we were trying to do it.
I was attempting to, but it did not work here. And as the chat says, rip Wizened Duelist stacks.
Yes, I also had a massive lag here. Once again, I'm going to check my my latency here. 10 seconds. What does yours say?
8.
Okay, I'm going to refresh real quick. Sorry about that, guys. But we're back to 9.
Oh, no, there's the lag.
Oh, okay, there we go.
I just lagged. I am refreshing because I'm now on 11.
Okay, yeah. Let's all refresh together. Hopefully these issues will disappear relatively soon. Yeah, it's a little bit of a lag show. 7. I think we stabilized a little bit.
6 is close enough. 7.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go. There we go.
So, Steve moving back in, looking to try and contest this top area, and lag as they try to contest this. I'm up to 8. That's fine, I can deal with 8. As Wind tries to take over the point. Arthur's nice route on Greymane. He has no stacks. Killing Greymane right now isn't the most important thing, but he is still one of the highest damage dealers on the team.
Yeah, how bad is losing stacks when Wizened Duelist when there's kills happening all over the place anyway? We're currently sitting at 23.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So already above average.
At 13 minutes. No Mule in this game. Tyrande used to have it, but not anymore. As such, that top keep will remain in a sort of Schrodinger's state between dead and not dead, as it has almost no health.
Exactly. No ways to repair buildings anymore, as Mule is slowly but surely vanishing from the game. Only Abther has it, and
it's a fantastic talent.
Yeah, I think it's a cool talent. Only Abther has it, and the old Morales still has it, but...
Yep, so only Abther now,
she's gonna lose it.
Sucks. Hope we get more. I hope some more heroes are released with it, because it's a great talent.
Yep, it is kind of cool. They could even, you know, individualize it a little bit more. Let's say, you know, just give it a different theme. Let's say a longer cooldown but higher repair value for some heroes. I still like the idea of Malfurion getting it back and just, you know, conjuring and summoning a pair of roots. Or not even a pair, just many roots to just bring back health to the building. That's what Nidos used to do in Warcraft 3 all the time.
Yeah, very true. So, we are seeing CE taking control of the enemy side of the map for the moment. Very risky, considering that the enemy team actually has more XP
Heavy
than
impact.
them in this case.
Yeah. Heavy impact was good, making it easier for Tyrande to follow up on the stun. But of course, Arthas, we saw that in the last team fight. 619 on the Arthas. He is not the target you want to go for. If you focus that guy too early or at the wrong time, your team is going to pay for it in blood.
Here comes the damage onto Paradise once again. Wind
Dodging. With
the heavy impact. Illidan into the back line. Paradise is once again getting focused. Twilight Dream, where is it? There it is! And Illidan is dropped again, but Genji gets doesn't get the first kill actually. He didn't get the reset. Paradise was able to borrow out the
baited him!
Ice block to bait it! Ancestral lands though. KTY is now in danger. We finally see a Luful go down. KTY is low. Paradise is low. And it was once again, first kill going over to CE, and then they lose the fight.
Yeah, because they wasted so many cooldowns. Not really wasted, but they invested so much to take down the Illidan that they completely forgot about the Gengu. And I want to quote the Heroes of the Storm top 5 plays of the week. Ka-chung R, ka-chung R, ka-chung R, ka-chung R. That's all a Genji needs to do in order to shine. The Dragon Blade dismantling CE. Can they get a kill here, though? On the Tychus, getting a little bit deep here. But it's okay. It's okay for now.
He's fine. He's good. So, we do see the Mark of Mending coming in for Tyrande. This does make her almost immortal, if she's able to micro well enough. She is so sustainy.
Yep, here we go, and the boss unlocked here. Just the icing on the cake here, really, for BTG, and CE slowly but surely losing grip of that game. The Tyrande not adding a whole lot of damage, not adding a whole lot of value. The Dahaka pressured so much. Also, the isolation missing, unfortunately. If that one had been saved for later, he could have used it on the Genji, and maybe they could have won the fight. So, Paradise really needs to take these fights a little bit slower. Only use it when you're guaranteed a hit and when you're guaranteed a takedown. Very important, the isolation here.
Boss. Second one that's actually made it to the tier 2s goes down with the keep still surviving, but top keep did die to that top temple. So once again, BTG with that level 20 advantage, controlling that temple, getting more shots, and creeping further ahead very slowly as level 20 is achieved for CE. Okay,
Storm Shield is huge. Malfurion definitely choosing the right talent here, in my opinion. We have the improved Shadow Stalk, revealing enemy heroes. We have the Rewind, of course, for Murden to unleash those double stun combos. Very important. And the AoE isolation here, the spread on Paradise. It is now even more important that he lands this. Super important.
Pretty huge. It's down to the wire now between the two teams. Either one, if they get a full team wipe, will win the game. Just we're late enough in the game that the respawn times will allow them to rush for a keep and just end the game. Zuyu moving ahead, being the stealth hero. He's able to scout out a little, but reveals himself to throw an owl.
Yeah, and I think when Shadowstalk breaks now, all enemy heroes are being revealed for a very short period of time. Combine that with the owl, and he's going to have massive vision. To basically follow and watch BTG's every move.
I think it's actually after casting. So
after casting. Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
There you go. You see that their eyes now. The eyes
there we go.
Their head now. So yeah.
Makes more sense too.
Indeed. And owled. Nicely done. So yeah, Zuyu is just trying to be annoying right now, just poking them down from afar, just keeping vision on them. They know exactly what's going on, so you're just trying to play around it. This means that it's basically impossible to gank Dahaka now.
Yeah. Absolutely true. And BTG, they are a new team, so hopefully they will bring enough experience to this game that they just keep their patience. They need to keep their calm. If they get engaged on by CE now and they lose a team fight, as Tetra said, they can still lose the game. But they cannot lose the game if they just wait for the temples to arrive, take them safely, and just destroy the last keep and finally the core. They need to wait for CE to make a play, not the other way around. BTG, just please keep it calm. Perfect. Best case scenario for BTG, 2 temples at the same time. They can now bait them around the map, kite them around, and win the game slowly but surely.
We can see CE. They're not trying to to not let that happen. Wind, you had vision. He survives though. Good route onto Illidan.
Back in.
Going for it! So much CC, but the cleanse gets him out.
Yeah.
There's a tree ant here. I didn't even realize.
Wait, a trend? I thought it was broccoli.
Doesn't matter. Damage coming in. Down
Huge.
goes Arthur. That's a big kill. Storm Shield coming in. Genji into the backline though. Takes out Zuyu as we get lots of lag. But there goes Illidan. No, Fish gets Ancestral as they try to turn it around. Paradise this time is sustaining all the way through the fight. Finally taking down the Rhaegar. But it's only a loot.
Oh, they get another kill.
A loot for KTY gets one. It's
2 versus
2. Can't see what's going on. It's so lucky.
Yeah, we've got a couple of freezes. We've got a couple of freezes. It's a 2 versus 2 situation. Greymane died.
Not anymore.
Hold that thought. But Murden, he's still tanky. He's still beefy. And he is trying to hold this on. But against Gillidan, it is not working anymore. Sorry for those phrases, guys. They came at the worst possible moment. But it was a good team fight for BTG. They still have 2 heroes. They need to take 2 temples now. And that's why Wind is staying in the fight. He knows that if they get those temples, the game is over.
Wind survives. Maybe not. Oh, Fish! Fish, what are you doing? Stop freezing, please, stream. Wind.
He's attacking the walls to lower the cooldowns. That was so cool. That was awesome.
Tyrande is alive.
No, I think the game's over.
Catapults are dying. The catapults are doing the core. Doing the keep, sorry. Tyrande needs to clear this and then contest one of the shrines, which he does not have the time. That's going to be GG, guys. Beyond the game are going to bring the score to 1-1.
What is happening? CE lost the 2nd game in a row against a new and upcoming team, only playing 1-1. That is not enough. That is not enough for them to reach BlizzCon if it keeps up like that.
No, it is not. That is crazy. CE, the team that were able to take games off MVP Black, are now looking shaky in HGC China. They need to change it around. Remember, this is a double rotation. They obviously have a chance for revenge. But this is rough for them.